Are we on?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of the semi-finals in AUG's 2012. We have UWA versus Monash. They met earlier in the week and the result was...
Monash got up. Don't know the score, but Monash got up.
Probably close. I'm Ben Foley and I have with me Brett Sweet as Middleton. How you doing today, Brett?
I'm doing well, thanks. Now, Foley, I've been wondering how did we end up commentating this game today?
We both were actually eager to watch the Melbourne game, but have been warned not to because we're just too distracting to their ladies.
How are we distracting?
We have to ask Will Christopherson that one, but we can make assumptions.
Possibly our good looks.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, so the pool's got up. We've got Maroney. Short little backhand to Joshy Phillips.
To Seb Barr, expecting a big game from him this one.
I did notice that Seb didn't touch the disc. Normally that plays every second pass. It hasn't happened so far.
That's 3 passes.
And this is Hoy 2. Seb Barr.
4 passes at the moment, below average. But
Flick in the ground. Ooh, wasn't Seb's nicest flick.
Maybe he's a bit nervous, Brett.
Maybe. It's a big game.
Got on the line here. Monash had a few losses during this week, which they probably didn't hope to have.
Now, do you think Monash come into this tournament feeling quite confident knowing they've got a couple of gold medals under their belt in this tournament?
This will be going for their 3rd in a row, I believe. So they've got a lot at stake, I think. You know, a long way to fall if they miss out.
Okay, and UWA walking to the front of the end zone.
Louis, I think his name is.
Louis?
Recent junior.
Now, UWA have quite a young squad.
UWA has a historically known team that's very aggressive and very energetic. But with a much younger squad, they've been predicted to...
This could be a good contest.
That was a lovely throw.
Oh, I think best perspective here in the commentary box. We're calling it out.
Calling it out.
And they're calling a goal. No, it's out, sorry.
Dan Clinton has called UW the dark horse.
No, Dan Clinton's calling it out.
Number 30 is the dark horse. What's his name, Dan?
Oh, right.
His name is Dark Horse.
We call him Dark Horse. Dark Horse and Joshy. Good matchup. Both quite tall. They both look fairly athletic.
You can tell when they're in the cap backwards, that means they're athletic.
Generally, cap backwards means you're really good. Easy under there. Yeah. Which suggests that he is really good. But I do know...
Cap forwards means good thrower, cap backwards means good runner. Is that the rule?
I believe so, but we do know...
Cap forwards and cap backwards going up.
Big contest. No, dropped. Good D.
Young man Kyle with the D. Not a bad one.
Yeah, going back to cap forward, cap backwards. No Mac on a personal level, and I know that he is not very good at frisbee.
But he does like to run.
He does like to run and wears cap backwards. I would suggest for Macca, Macca should probably wear a sweatband around his head.
So, what does a sweatband represent?
Generally, a sweatband represents someone who thinks they're good but are not very good.
So Louis here, or marking Seb Barr, not up to the task, you don't think?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know much about sweatbands. What do you think? What's your perspective on sweatbands?
The sweatbands are twofold. It shows a bit of a wild child, which is why sweatbands often have long hair.
The foul.
So that was the score to Monash. Seb Barr ready for the pull. Cap forwards, probably going to get a good throw in front of him.
One thing I've noticed, cap forwards generally indicates offense, cap backwards defense.
Oh, yes.
I've seen some players who, if they start on D, they'll have it backwards, and as soon as if they get a turn, they'll move it forwards, and vice versa if you start on.
So cupcake is typically a cap backwards for the pull only.
Really?
Maybe a little bit of defense.
Maybe a little bit of defense.
I likes to move it around. He's like an Ash Ketchum or Frisbee.
Ash Ketchum? Pokemon. For those that don't know who Ash Ketchum is.
WA moving it around. A lot of big guys in this team. A lot of tall receivers and also the tall receivers also.
They're moving the disc quite well. Quick, short passes, gaining a lot of ground, busting through Monash's zone.
They all look like Dark Horse. I can't tell which is which. That's Kyle. I don't know him. To a woman. Rapid movement.
No. They are tearing it apart. Goal.
Goal by cat backwards. That's a pull.
It's interesting to notice that Atkins has been put on the bench for this point from UW.
I think he's been letting down the team lately.
Maybe too many errors.
Name to remember.
Atkins, number 11.
Disc, throw it away. Joshy with the disc.
Oh, he's looking deep there.
I'm not even sure how to pronounce his name properly. Is it Joshy?
Joshy. I call him Joshy.
We'll stay with that.
Ooh, violation called. Interesting call by Andrew Moroney.
With a headband.
Headband generally indicates arrogance.
So he's been a bit cocky, making calls. Probably don't belong to him. He's to make, but you know, we'll make him anyway.
Lucky he had that headband.
Thank goodness for that. You can get away with it.
Ooh.
Actually, on the disc right on the sideline here, Monash. Got to move back in.
Close to being stepping out of bounds. Moz gets a disc back.
Moz with the backhand.
Looks nice. Oh, sitting up.
Over his head, I think. Oh no, he pulls it down.
In? I can't tell. Best perspective.
Good?
Out of bounds. Go? I can't tell. Let's see. No.
No, I think it's out.
He's called it out. Hoitu. Hoichu.
Sorry, this is loud. That was Victor Chu with the grab out back of the end zone. Victor Tan.
No, Hoitu.
I'm so racist.
Hoitu. Number 66, Hoitu.
Nah, Hoitu is the
We're live.
All right, UWA are bringing it back in. Don't know enough names.
Oh, intercept Moz.
He's
been playing well this tournament.
Looking for a goal. He doesn't want to muck around. He just wants to put it in. He shoots to Joshy. He's looking at the back.
He wants it straight back. We know that Seb likes
in the middle. Now goal. Where's the continuation?
He wants a disc in his hands.
Seb can pull off. Where are these cutters? There's no cutting.
Intercept.
Picked up cleanly by headband.
Very uncharacteristic of Seb Bar there.
Seb Bar is not known for one that will throw it away often. He's very conservative and safe.
He is very hard to get a turn on as a defender.
So that defender is incredible, or Seb Bar small enough to get him. I think Seb Bar's working pretty hard. I don't know how his head's going, but he's getting tired.
He didn't have many options upfield though.
That is true. Monash seems to be running out of cutters.
Yeah, could be a lot of tired legs out there.
I was considering earlier that it looks like not many of these Div 1 teams are really prepared for a 5-day tournament. A lot of them have run out of legs. UWA, who were predicted to run out of legs because of their youth, are actually looking quite good at that, while Monash cutters are pretty tired.
I think for a world-class tournament like Unigames, you'd be preparing your bodies for their demands.
It's not a drinking place, this is serious stuff.
I believe it's safe to say that every athlete was in bed by 9 o'clock last night.
Latest. Way around. It's interesting how those matchups will unfold.
We saw Monash yesterday sending along quite a bit. It was windy conditions, but they do have some tall receivers out there who can bring down.
What's the wind like now, Brady?
There is no wind.
There is not much wind at all.
Ooh,
Seb Bar with a bid.
Maybe if he didn't have the hat.
Yeah, the hat on the way, I think.
Probably slowed him down, bit of drag. Moz with the bid. Ooh, goal.
That's a goal to WA. That's the first break of the tournament of the game, and that puts WA up.
So an early break to UWA. Could that be a big turning point in this game?
It's still pretty early on. Monash have been able to claw various games back before, and that's probably something Seb Bar is capable of doing for his team. That was Carl Atkins with the pull, by the way, just for those of you following at home. Josh in the middle, he's getting a lot of disc this tournament. He's going to be a big player in the future for Melbourne.
UW very tight on their men. They're not giving Monash any easy options.
And that's always been one of UWA's strength, is their aggressiveness on defense. It's also interesting to note that Moz has called himself off and is currently getting looked at by the Monash physio.
Yeah, we know he's been struggling with some groin problems this week.
So that could be pretty detrimental to Monash's efforts.
He has been having a good tournament.
That was an unforced error by UWA then. Seb Bar picking up the disc.
Now is Atkins on for UWA? We mentioned him as a person to watch for. Number 11, I believe he was.
Number 11, Carl Atkins with the grey hat. So UW's strategy is, I think, should really just be get it moving downfield. Don't worry about swinging too much. You've got a lot of athletes, and they're all looking pretty fit.
Atkins, this is a guy to watch for. Puts it up. Big bid, no, too far. Atkins.
With a sprinting bid like that on day 4, it's not a poor effort.
Perhaps earlier in the week he may have got that.
Perhaps he would have. Still looking pretty good though. In other news, no one Newcastle Semi. Interesting to see who matches.
Down to Joshy. He's got big hops, Josh.
Atkins, someone else coming in.
Doesn't need to use him though.
Stays in front. Doesn't stops at all. Runs onto it. Beautiful throw. Now the disc outside. No dump option. Probably not the most confident throw of Josh. He needs an option.
Looks like there's been a call. This space. Is that a stoppage? I don't believe that's a stoppage. Interesting. Must have been a...
2 disc space.
Knows the rules.
Looking at 0. Josh, he does know the rules.
High five. Good spirit, sportsmanship there.
That's what we like to see. Still semi-final. Oh, that's a handler.
Oh, a turn, I know.
I think actually Joshie was looking to throw it to Seb in one direction, and when Seb changed, he was kind of up with the action and just had to let it go. UW using the girls under, lucky to see. Monash this tournament have only really been using Mandy. It's good to see mixed.
Most successful mixed teams with all their players. Running in with their boys.
And pulls it down. Another break to UWA, and that puts them 3-1 up. Big start by UW. Brett, I feel it's a real shame that the viewers at home missed the pull by Kyle Atkins, number 11 at the University of Western Australia.
It wasn't a great pull though.
Just to see that man in action, you know, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, well, again, I've said it a few times, but I'm told he's one to watch out for.
He told us that himself, so it must be true.
Andrew Moroney is back on the field. He was getting treatment for his groin before.
Slowly, there's Declan Frey with the disc as well. He's played some pretty good games this tournament.
Been a bit quiet today. Still early stages of the game.
I think one of the differences between these two teams in their lead up to the semi-final is that UWA have been sharing around the movement of the disc significantly more. That's Monash with the score, by the way. Wasn't in. No, it's in.
Best perspective. Wasn't in. We've called it. Cameraman has called it. Not in.
Sebastian Barr with the pull. It's going to roll. Out of bounds, but WA man chasing off forward, wants to get it in quick. As I was saying, though, I feel the difference between these two teams in their preparation for this game is that WA have been sharing it around a lot more. I think all of their players have been fairly evenly used, while Monash relied maybe a bit too heavily on some key movers, key players in the team.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Which
we see the disc get in Andrew Moroney, Seb Barr's hands a lot. Tend to look for Joshy Long for the disc.
Okay. Frey with the disc, remember? Seb Barr behind him. No good.
Can't afford to have those
I have a feeling Declan Frey is pretty new. He's had a big tournament, but he's hasn't maybe not the experience as some of the other players do.
So who's picking up the disc? Looks like Hoi Chu on the mark. Hoi Tu on the mark, sorry. Ooh. Atkins.
Not great.
Atkins.
Oh, doesn't pull it down.
Were watching. We were told to watch, and we watched.
We watched, and I'm not impressed. Said Bart outside the end zone with the disc, and he's a receiver, and that's a goal. Who's he got going? No one.
Hoi Tu.
What twos do you have? And Mandy with the goal. Great work, Monash, clawing it back to 3-all. So that's Peter Adams, number 66 from UWA. I think wants to be a pretty effective playmaker in this game, but has been thrown it away a few times. It's 3 from 3, I think.
Yeah, I believe you're right with that one. 3 from 3 throwaways, and yet he's still.
He's going to look for this long option. Is that going to come off?
He's still on. There's another turn.
There's another one.
Oh,
thankfully
saved.
he gets cleaned up.
Saved. It's interesting they're still on field.
It's a pretty nice shot. Can she get there? She doesn't bid. Maybe on day one she could have bid. Just had the word that Newcastle are playing with 6 players against Melbourne in the other semi-final, and they're only down 4-3 at the moment. I think they're right in it.
Yeah, well, I don't know who I'd be looking forward to playing this final. What matchup would you like to see in the grand final?
I'd love to see Newcastle. I really admire the way Newcastle can just run out like more than whole games. You know, they're just powerhouses, those guys, and it'd be good to see them make a final from almost relegation last year as well.
It's nice.
Love the work, UWA. Stop. So the word is Melbourne trying some sneaky tactics against Newcastle in the other field, playing to their injuries.
Yeah, playing a 4 girls, 3 guys ratio when
Newcastle have 3 girls left.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It is in the rules, but
Set to Mars. Carl Atkins under.
oh.
I call that pressure D from Carl Atkins.
Yeah, that was definitely pressure D.
So Monash's tactic of working a lot through Seb and Mars and maybe you know, it's been pretty effective.
Bit of a tide error there by Morini, I think.
Yeah, can they run out of the whole time? That's the question. Oh no, it's a call.
I'm calling the play. But normally I would expect Morini to pull that one down.
So what do you reckon, Brady? Is Seb, Moz, and you know, some of the other key players good enough to bring it back for Monash and win this game?
It could be. They've got a lot of fight in them.
Seb to Morini shot again. Carl again under it, but
pulls it down.
That's what we wanted to see the first time.
That catch looked a lot tougher than the first one as well. But Moz is down. His groin? No.
That's an injury for Moz.
Yeah, he looks like his groin.
I expect we'll see him again, but right now he's in a lot of pain and he's off the field. No injury from Moz, it was just a timeout, back on the field.
Now, Andrew Moroney, he is known as the most spirited player in Australian Ultimate. Why are you laughing?
It was an accurate assessment, I think. That was called out. So no goal from Monash.
And Seb is either calling a home force or just pointing at someone in the grandstand. This is for you. I think he was dedicating this hand block. Wow. That was a little bit embarrassing. Trying to impress this girl. What's he going to do? You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, he's thrown it. Oh, he calls it. You know this game way too well. It's back.
No, into her hands.
Oh.
That's another break. Let's put him up far through.
That is really working for them, getting every one of their teammates involved. Monash tend to go guy to guy. Not getting there for female.
Monash do not like getting females involved. With the pool. Just a shout out from Dan Clanton that Ben Foley and Sweet Az are world-class commentators. I think that's fair.
That's very, very kind.
Yeah, that's awesome to say so. You can see you can appreciate some talent when he sees it. Seb Barr looking for Joshy. Not an unusual. Oh, there's Mandy. Also not that unusual. Seb Barr, not unusual. Seb Barr to Joshy.
Oh, it's a big.
Any surprises there, Brett?
No.
None at all.
That's the only surprise was that a girl was close to that frisbee.
What happened then? Monash did something wrong. She got in the way almost. Okay.
4-5 UW.
Seb Barr for the pool. Sweet as now just discussing that we think Monash's remaining game it will be movement pure between Seb, Joshua, Moz, Mandy with the occasional Victor Tan reset.
Or Hoy 2 as we like to call
Hoy
it.
2 as Brett likes to call it. So we'll see how accurate we are.
And if you missed that conversation yesterday, what we discovered was that Monash have based a couple of their players on the talents of Hoi Kwang Vu, who is currently playing for Melbourne Uni, but an Adelaide native. But these boys are a lot better than the original. They've done well.
The original's time's up, I reckon.
Past his prime. No good.
It's time to sit back.
Eats too much. Eats a lot. It's a bit ridiculous.
Which is very relevant to the game watching right now. Maybe go to D, but there's a call.
These boys look in shape.
UWA using a vast range of the players, including
Kay Atkins. One to watch.
Oh, look at that. What a move. Oh, he's going to get it back. Oh, no, he doesn't get it back.
Interesting choice there.
To UWA, using the whole team has come to their advantage.
Another women's score.
Another women's score. They love to score with their women. Ball going up. Yeah.
And if you just tuned in, we've actually attached a microphone to the frisbee. That's the sounds you were hearing. So Seb Bar with the disc. Do you predict either to Moroney or Joshy? Joshy. They looked off an open girl deep then. Moroney. Seb Bar.
Yeah, Joshy or me.
The only three people to touch the disc at this point are Seb, Moroney and Joshy. Back to Joshy. He will look for Seb or Moroney. To Moz. Turnover. That's what happens when you don't use the girls.
Do you think the rest of Monash are enjoying this tournament?
Oh, I think they're having a good time.
Sun's out.
Sometimes if certain things are working for you, it's good to go with them. But I could understand some frustration.
Ooh, that's what you get, Monash. Don't throw it to Seb or Joshy, and you're not going to go down.
You get a turnover.
You got to stick to what you know. It was a good effort by
Dango.
It was a great effort.
It was a nice bit. Could have been a score for Monash. Great pressure on D. Nice hard mark. Come on, mate. Give some credit to the defenders.
Great pressure. He was at least within a metre almost.
Pressure D.
Seba.
Probably Josh on set.
Oh, she's got an open girl.
Looks her off.
Nandy.
Waiting for Josh to make home. Oh, hits her.
Should have looked her up. Should have put it in front.
Put it in front, but probably should have looked her up. Jokes.
Mandy's a great player. She's a bit taller, maybe. Staying deeper of the Bigos's mark, which is huge. And there it goes, up to her. Always tries to do a lazy D and doesn't get it, so she catches it just outside the end zone. Lovely shot, just outside.
No goal.
Taps it in unnecessarily because that's not actually being played with you. Now there's a dispute over that.
That was a nice cut, deep by the female UW player. Number 13, yeah.
She has a head and a bit over Mandy. So even though Mandy was...
That's one thing I would like to see from the Monash side. Female cutting deep and them actually throwing it.
Coming in on 3.
This is in on 3.
Hard defense. That's a lot of pressure. He's going to want to strike. He's got someone going deep. Play. Sends it long.
Sends it.
Looks nice.
Joshy, that's not Mandy. That is...
That's a boy. That's a goal. Bendigo!
With the score, putting Monash 5-6 down, but still very much in this game. Sorry, we're back on. It's been chatting with Moz about his future in University Ultimate. How many more years, Moz? Just one more year and one more groin.
Mm.
So 1 groin per year seems to be a good ratio that he's using here. UWA using their women. Unlucky, I think.
Would you say that was an unforced error or good defense?
There was a lot of pressure by Monash that seemed to be crowding it a fair bit. That's the same again as just on the end of last week. Just crowding UWA.
What a surprise, actually, seeing Sebbar pick up the disc.
That's interesting. Declan Frey, good to see him get involved. So you think Sebbar throwing to Bandango? Last point was a good option?
That was a good option.
It worked for him?
It was a nice throw, nice grab.
So maybe they could learn a little something from that, you know? Maybe throw to some of their other players?
Like a girl, perhaps?
Calm down. Declan Frey back to the disc. That was a call. Don't know what
Back
it
to
was.
Sebbar. How's the girl
Interesting
open
option
deep?
using Seb again.
Well,
Bit
maybe she
risky.
wasn't.
Swing to Asian reset.
Boy, two.
Victor Tan, who has been playing quite well this tournament, to be honest.
Great up the line cut.
Has
Throw.
shot a goal.
Oh! Oh!
To a girl. To another girl. It's 2 girls and he missed both of them.
Could that be why they don't throw to girls?
I think Seb's just had a few too many wee picks this morning. Underestimates.
Okay.
You don't bring it in.
I'd like
Nice
to,
open shot.
sorry Fold, to interrupt, I'd just like to apologise to the listeners as our cameraman keeps cutting off our commentary.
All that best material has been
Well,
wasted.
yeah, that's what I was trying to
Pretty
say.
ass Kyle Atkins with the big heart.
The one to watch.
Oh, Declan Frey with a huge D.
So as we were saying, a lot of our best material has been cut off.
I mentioned wee picks. Probably had more Pokemon talk in there somewhere. All wasted.
More headband talk.
Oh man, that was good
Back and
headband
forth.
talk. You could learn a lot of things about headband this game if you know, if we'd been given the opportunity. But it's been stolen from you. I think that's something that the viewers have really missed out on.
Oh wait, we're about to get cut off again.
Oh boy, quick, say something really interesting.
Headbands.
Hey, time out.
Good material cut off in, but that's okay.
Interesting choice that he said.
Now we were discussing that. How does it really shut the bar out of this game? And pull off some of these. Oh, hand block!
Look at that, hand block.
Oh.
It's a hand block on Australian Dingo right there, my number 30. Does he have a name? Dark Horse.
With the hand block.
With the hand block. Remember that name, people?
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
Yeah, so far. Those nice little throws. Oh, number 66. Walking.
Oh, really? So far.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and that was number 66.
Adam, pretty tired.
Peter Adam. Very tired.
Peter Adam.
What's he going to do? Is he going to throw it
tired?
away?
Let's see how tired this man
Tired
is.
throwaway? No.
Oh,
Great throw.
Enough Angie to keep that in the air. Which one's Dark Horse? That one Dark Horse?
No. It's number 66, Dark Horse.
So dark. There's a shadow on the
I
field.
can't even tell. I can't see him, he's so dark.
Does he even exist?
Go.
It's a goal.
Dark Horse. Dark Horse!
Dark Horse!
Go. That's cool. Coming back. What do you think they're discussing? Was it a travel? Was it not in?
No, that's not headband.
Best perspective. Go! Have we been cut off? Okay, so it looks like an offensive foul has been
Joshy
called.
is called Dark Horse pushing off him. I think, in all honesty, Joshy just underestimates the G-forces that Dark Horse emits when he takes off.
Goal
That's
anyway.
Kyle Atkins with the score.
Should have left it. The one to watch.
The one to watch.
So Foley, just by looking around at the Monash camp, they look a little bit under pressure, a little bit stressed out, like they're not in control of this game.
Yeah, that's it. They're tired. UWA are using all their players and they just can't keep up with that. Sideline, nursing injuries or doing a bit of extra stretching.
They're very quiet. There's a lot of noise coming from UW. Maybe a lot of sideline Ds, I'd
I think
say.
that was a sideline D right there. Great Newton.
Heads are down. Monash heads are down.
I still believe Monash have the ability to bring this back.
I would agree with you.
If UWA get this, that's half to them, 8-5 up.
We've said it a lot, but maybe they should rethink their strategy.
Is it too late in the week to do that?
I don't think it's ever too late to throw to a girl.
It's good to hear. For those of you following at home, Adelaide are currently down against ANU for relegation. Macquarie are up over Sydney, and Melbourne are up over Newcastle. And Moroney called a foul or something.
And Kyle, the one to watch, Atkins.
Kyle Atkins, I have been watching him.
We've definitely been watching him.
Right now we're getting a good shot of his behind.
Was that for the camera? Do you think that was intentional?
It was intentional.
Okay, Foley. Now, with AUGs comes green and gold talk.
That's true.
Do you think there'll be a number of UW and Monash players selected on this year's green and gold team?
Well, I've heard rumours that UWA, in already wearing green and gold, have called themselves as the team.
Their whole team will get
Their
selected.
whole team. How do you feel about that?
If they win the tournament, I think that is a fair statement.
If they win it comfortably.
If they do win it comfortably.
Who has been standout in this game so far?
This game, Kyle, the one to watch, Atkins.
Of course.
Dark horse?
That's not Dark Horse.
No, but dark horse.
Dark Horse. Dark Horse.
And
That's Evans.
you can't look past Peter Adams. Seems to be
He's tired,
controlling.
though.
He is tired, but he has been controlling their offense. Okay, I've sussed out the UW camp. Who do you think from Monash would be making the green and gold team this year?
Well, I mean, Seb Barr, everything goes through him. That's, you can't really deny that, I don't think.
I think that'd be a safe call.
I think Mandy, being the only girl being used by Monash, that says something, It says that they can put some trust in her. She's
But have they given her
working
enough
with
of
the
the disc? Has she shown enough to get selected?
Good question. Well, here she goes now. Here's her opportunity. Can she chase that down? Unfortunately, no.
That was the first throw
That was
deep
green
to a
and gold,
Monash
Mandy. That
girl,
was
I
green and
believe.
gold.
So while the camera was cut, our cameraman decided to give us some pointers on how to commentate. How
I
ridiculous.
think he should stick to his job. Fixing the camera.
That's why you're behind the camera and we're on the mic.
We are world-class commentators. Seb Barr missing out on the D there.
Now, going back to, I did believe that last throw was to Monash's girl deep, was one of the first time they've sent a girl long. Or have I missed something?
Was it effective? Oh, here's Moroney looking for Seb. He wants that.
Shot.
Seb is
Seb
not
needs to
going
do
catch
something.
that. Cat backwards opportunity, I think.
Yeah, maybe you should have flicked it around.
Louis Marinade. Mazarai.
That's all right.
How do you think he's fared in the green and gold hunt?
He would.
Shoe-in, says our cameraman.
Cameraman says shoe-in, but he doesn't really know too much.
He knows how to work a camera.
He knows how to work a camera, and that's it. He doesn't know how to commentate. But no, Louis has played well this week. I think he'd definitely be in contention.
Is he stopping Seb Barr?
I think he's had a great game on Seb Barr.
He's got the disc a lot. He's beating him to it.
Now, an interesting one with Andrew Moroney. He has played a key
Just
role.
pause, Brett. Big grab. There it is.
Well, it wasn't big. It was a grab. It was a goal. It was nice.
It was a grab. Half Seb Barr just pulled it to UWA here on offense, 8-5 up. Ready? They're still in this. Is Monash still in this game?
Oh, very much so. I think they need to change their tactics a little bit, as we've discussed, but they're very much in this game.
So Joshy has just walked past and asked for a bit of advice from you. Would you say that if they did change their tactics, if they pulled it off, is that all thanks to you?
Oh, that's a big bid there. Run through D. No call.
No call. Dark horse.
They're just slowing it down. Great D by Joshy.
Holds on to it. Get that girl in the end zone. That's all right. There's a girl going open. Hit her.
Seb with the break. Break flick for the score.
Great shot.
Great way to start the half. Start the half.
That's right, with a break straight away.
Foley, before you ask me if Monash win, is it because of me, my tips that I gave Joshy? There's an answer to that question, and that is yes.
It's a good answer. As you were saying that, Monash get another turn. Probably thanks to your influence. Seb Barr picking it up.
I told them specifically what they should do.
Yeah.
And they're doing it.
Oh, look at that. That is Victor Tan, I think that's his name, with Joshy with an inside with a break flick for the score.
Clearly following
your advice.
Following my advice.
Seba with the pull. Monash have opened this half with 2 breaks. I believe the term "fire up" was used in their halftime huddle. Is that what they're doing?
They look like they have fired up.
So that halftime speech really effective.
A few tips from
Probably, thank you.
Mostly from my tips.
Which do you think is more effective, firing up or advice from Twitter?
Well, obviously my tips. Joshie came talk to me.
Yep.
Scores a goal.
It's true.
Gets a block.
It's true. Can't deny the facts.
You know the secret to
good ultimate. That's why you threw a Callahan. Threw a greatest against France and the Dingoes. It's on YouTube. Fans following at home.
Give him more hits.
Look for Sweet As throws greatest. Australia vs France. Probably didn't even write hashtags. YouTube's not as nice.
Call on the play. It's a foul call by Adams. Very aggressive on the mark. Hoss players are known for their physical mark. What are your feelings on their physicality?
UWA are also quite a physical team, and I think teams should come to an agreement about the level of physicalness for that team that the game has within it. And as long as both teams are happy with that, then it's fine.
Throw away.
This could be another break from Monash to put them on 8s.
Monash have come out very hard this second half.
They have fired up.
They have definitely fired up, taking some advice.
More so fired up.
But mostly advice.
We've just heard that Melbourne are up against Newcastle 12-5.
Joshie looking to go long, but they've sent 2 defenders deep with him. He's gone again.
There it is.
It's up.
Maroney. Kyle Atkins, the one to watch, over his head.
Goal.
Joshie catches in his lap.
And we've tied 8-all. Monash have come out firing.
3 breaks.
Nah, you look like you're running away.
This is a different UWA team we're seeing this half. Their heads are down, their sideline's quiet. They're getting a bit emotionally strained, I would say.
I'm not sure what went on in their huddle. I hope they weren't discussing about how to lose the game. If that's what they were discussing, then they're doing a good job.
Yeah. Credit to them if that's what they're going for. Game's not over for him yet.
We got Louis.
Louis wants to
looking for the hunt.
Doesn't do it.
With Dark Horse, who was cutting deep.
And Melbourne put on the pressure. Monash put on the pressure, sorry.
Dark Horse, back to Adams.
Choosing not to girls anymore. Is that a good move? Taking out the girls from the game? Nope, they haven't done that yet.
Taking some tips from...
But there's a pick goal holding. Sorry for talking over you.
What, you're listening to our cameraman?
Never.
Cameraman has no idea what he's talking about.
Just want to let you know that I value what you have to say.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And mine has value what you have to say as well.
Well, my tips have brought them back to
I would like to
8-all.
point out, though, that as Joshie was leading us after advice, asked for your advice, I told him to catch more goals.
He wasn't listening to you, though.
I think, well, he clearly was, because he's caught more goals.
Oh, that was a nice grab. That was a great grab. And the goal.
Puts it away to the female, and that's a score to UWA.
That could be the confidence booster.
Dark Horse with the pull. So, Brady, we were talking behind camera. Melbourne are looking pretty good against Newcastle. Which of these teams do you think is best equipped to face them in the final tomorrow?
I think the experience of Monash would provide a better grand final. So but it'll be a good game regardless.
Repeat of last year's final, you think?
I think so. I think Monash are looking good right now. They are down 9-8, but I think they're looking good. I feel like they'll get over.
And if WA get over, can they take on Melbourne tomorrow?
Oh, I think so. It'll be tough, but I think both teams are capable of winning gold.
I feel that UWA's strength is in their energy, and as soon as they get their heads down, as soon as they feel a bit, down in the dumps, if you will, then their whole game seems to crumble a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right, and it can be tough to bring the energy every single game if you rely on that a lot. But when it's there, these guys are hard to beat. Seba. He has a girl long.
It's Mandy. There's another guy behind it. Oh, there's a bit of a fumble. It's going to be a foul call.
I don't think you could call foul on that. There has been a call.
Dark Horse doesn't call fouls. Doesn't create fouls.
I think
he just is, and people fear.
Yeah. Well, the Monash. Wow.
That's an uncharacteristic throw from Seb Bar, but he gets another shot at it. So maybe looking for Mandy again, do you think?
But is that what you mean by uncharacteristic? Throwing to a girl?
Throwing to a girl.
Throw not being
Also
completed.
Pretty terrible. But Mandy again. What's your call?
Just kidding. No, I think they're working it well with their short passes. I think they should stick to that.
Keeping Moz and Seb behind the disc. They're having Joshy on, but they have an upfield movement.
Oh, pick called. I don't think they do. I think Josh is very strong in the air. Probably one of their only big threats deep. When he's not on, they should be looking to work it up.
I've seen Declan take some huge grabs earlier in the week, but this game hasn't been right.
He's been very quiet. Has a good defender on him. Cameraman, be quiet. You probably can't hear, but cameraman's trying to offer some commentating tips, points, advice, and he's wrong with everything he's saying.
Seb Bar with a decent enough throw. Number 12 is getting involved. Second or third touch has had this point. Can he get it off though?
Moz scrambling around the dump.
To Seb Bar. Seb Bar to Mandy. Uncharacteristic throw.
To a female.
Not surprisingly.
But they're using their short, quick movement, which...
Seb, too short, too quick. Looking for another girl that wasn't Mandy.
But their movement was quite good just then.
It was.
Better than the fucking hope option.
The movement with Seb and Maroney behind the disc is good. It's just whether they have enough upfield options to be able to give it to it.
Field is getting very quiet. They're not providing as many options as they were early on in the game or the week. Louis sent it.
With a pretty short foot, but almost had that one.
It was a good option, I think.
It could have been nicer.
Could have been a better throw, but
It's a hard play.
UW player had the height. Was that?
Cut from deep position.
That wasn't Dark Horse, was it?
See what foot.
Dark Horse, number 30. Keep an eye. I can see him.
UWA had a bit of a sideline support. A few girls from another sport that are watching. One of them was muscle legs. How do you feel about muscle legs?
It's a little bit off-putting. It's a little bit creepy.
For those of you that can't see this at home, by muscle legs, I mean she has legs that have muscles on the outside.
Ooh, could be a collision. Nice,
lovely
nice
by
grab.
Hoy 3 or 2.
Oh, he's looking for it. Hoy 2, Hoy 3. Doesn't know what to do.
Oh, not a great throw though. No call? No call.
Good spirit by Andrew Moroney, the most spirited player in Australian Ultimate.
Andrew Moroney's international reputation of being spirited.
He's fantastic on the field.
Sometimes I just want to cuddle him.
He's a good cuddler. Okay, UW sticking to their short passes. Oh, that wasted opportunity. What a Seb Bar one. Moz is looking. He wants to send. He sent it. That's a good throw. That is a good throw.
Can he get to it? There's pressure behind him by Dark Horse. He
Oh,
holds on
keeps
to
it
it.
in.
Lovely grab. The call is.
Surely there must have been a foul. There's no way Dark Horse
We're
got
looking
beaten.
in. We're looking
No way
in.
Dark
That's a
Horse.
score of Monash putting him on 9. Oh, that was a long point.
Cut off again.
That goal was caught by Jared, first year uni gamer and software engineer at Monash University.
Bright future ahead of him.
Very bright future. He had a good point, that one.
Great grab over Dark Horse.
It's the first time I've seen him use it, but he had a couple of unders and then caught the ball over Dark Horse.
That was a great pull by Seb Bar, very deep.
Peter Adams, no longer tired, he tells me. All warm now.
Says he's warmed up. Took him a while to warm up, but
I like the shot, using their
do
females
you think there's some connection between him warming up and them now being tired instead of being ahead?
So you think he was more effective as a tired player than like warming up?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just throwing the option out there.
Cool. Don't know if you saw that, but I mean, there was a travel. But there was a little throw back to Peter Adams who wasn't ready for it, but the throw was so picture perfect. It was just rolling on his chest as he ran forward. It's kind of pretty. Art piece. Maybe a bit of poetry in motion.
Well said.
Thank you.
Pete Adams. Ooh, not the best throw.
Is that tired?
It's got Joshy. That looked like a tired throw.
He's definitely going to look for Joshy right now.
He's put
there
it.
it is. Is it too much? Nothing's too much for Joshy. That's in the end.
It's a goal.
So that's a goal
That's
to
a
Monash.
goal.
That's 2 in a row. That's That's 5 points out of 6 for Monash, and that puts him in front for the first time in a long time. Brady, what sound did we just hear? The siren has just gone at 78 minutes and 56 seconds. Maybe a bit premature. Is it going to affect the game?
A little bit. Well, our cameraman, who has been wrong on a lot of occasions this game, thought the game went for 100 minutes. Clearly it was an 80-minute game, but going at a minute 56, you could easily score a goal or two in that time.
That's very true. So, AUS, whatever the governing body of this competition is, the rules for them are that you could this point, which within 2 and 1. It's currently 10-9 for Monash, so regardless of how this point ends, it's going to be
Game to add 1. A foul was called. Still count on 0. Good hard mark by Andrew Moroney.
I always like a game to add 1. It means you have to win the point to win the game.
I agree.
Oh, that's a tricky throw. Doesn't come up with it.
A game that ends when the siren goes is not a fun game. Seb sends it long.
Declan Frey is going to get involved. It's Louis
Needs to get
Macaroni
involved. Goal!
Pulls it down. Huge grab by Declan Frey. First thing we've seen him in this game, and that is one that you really need. Sort of cool. Everyone's happy. I think Louis' pride is down. That is game to 12. Monash up 11-9. Players from the University of Melbourne have come to watch the end of this game. They've clearly comfortably won over Newcastle, and now want to know what their competition's going to be.
It's a shame there. Newcastle were looking good until they lost a couple of players. That was another great pull by Seb Barr. He's hit form.
This is do or die for UWA. Then you get 3 points in a row.
Again, if Monash win this, I can't help but notice they've taken all the pointers that I gave Joshy, taken them into consideration and executed them to perfection.
You should be coach. You wasted his ass, coach.
I should probably receive a medal. I'm stumbling on my words. A medal when they receive it.
I agree. And there's also green and gold selections coming up.
Possibly.
Green and gold, coach. Do you think you're up for it?
I think so.
I think so. Still recording. All right, so there's a bit of a stoppage.
We're used to our cameraman cutting us off when all the best content is being delivered.
I can't help but notice also that Monash have put on a bit of a power line. Declan Frey, he just caught a huge goal. Moroney, Seb, Joshy, and of course, very favourite Mandy Fung.
Now Andrew Moroney, the most spirited player in Australian Ultimate, on the mark. Bit of a, he's standing off a little bit. Not wide arms. I don't know what he's trying to achieve here.
Up the line to
Ooh,
Peter Adams.
desperation
which
bid.
slows him down.
Lands on him. Foul called.
Foul called.
Now Seb Barr landing on you. That would hurt.
Some would say it's more dangerous than flying.
I haven't heard that before, but
I've heard that before.
Sounds accurate.
Pretty sure every time I go on a flight, it's part of their like little, help you to be safe and alive talk they have. Please be aware that if Seb Barr is on this flight.
Joshy! Big D. That could have been the game changer.
That could have been the game changer.
Now, I don't know if you heard our conversation at half-time, my conversation with Joshy, but you might have noticed that some of these things are displaying what I advised him on.
I'll tell you what, Brady, my conversation with Joshy at half-time, although somewhat shorter than yours, was simply and effectively, Joshy, catch more goals.
I saw Joshy walking away from you with his back turned. But I saw him,
if nothing else.
I saw him taking my advice, and now he's executed.
Seb Barr's called a timeout. Probably wanted to have Joshy go on longer, didn't have that option, so we're saving it for after a short break.
Cut off, I bet.
Calling it. Seb Barr, Joshy, score.
Get it line, get it line.
Called it wrong. Very disappointed with myself.
They will look to Joshy to score, I believe. Work it up a little bit. They'll wait till they get in power position. Way to attack this. Way to look off the girl who was open under.
Declan Frey playing a scream of the last 2 points.
Oh,
Has to go
for the win.
He's on it. He's in front. Catches
Goal.
it. That's Monash with the goal. Declan making a huge but probably unnecessary layout bid, putting Monash up 12-9. That was 4 points in a row for them, and they're going for gold against Melbourne tomorrow afternoon.
This is Ben Foley and Brett Middleton, and thank you for listening.
We have been a pleasure. Come on.